Adventures in Thunderous Fury, session 24. Time for the recap. I think most of the people were here last time. They can tell me what happened.
So I'm not sure about timeline because this was the session just after Ethics and Basil's about Blue. So that sort of got like Basil and Ethics end up getting pushed back into the ship, and then more people end up going into the cave or the place where we're looking for crystals. Yep. And so we continued on from where the last group was in that room with the lever, and continued walking through there. We ran into the mayor, Mayor Gringle, who was actually, I don't even remember how I got shown. I think I just walked into the place and I was like, I'm here, I'm the mayor. Oh no, I was on the ship, wasn't I? I forgot. Yeah.
I'm the mayor of this cave.
Yeah.
The mayor.
Yeah. You escaped from the hobgoblins, or that could be the story, or they let you go, maybe because they were tired of listening to you.
Yeah, that's fairly likely.
Wow.
So yeah, we continued walking through the cave. Ran into some dodgy looking rooms, like all the rooms have been in this cave so far. And then I think I'm like jumping a bit, but we ended up going to a portal room, essentially. And in that portal room, there was 4 like sort of bowls, I guess. But anyways, the mayor jumped on number 1, and then everyone waited around 10 minutes, and he ended up showing back up, and then he just jumped onto number 2, and then 10 minutes passed and he didn't show back up.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
And then we met Fern, because everybody backtracked to the beginning and realized that the first portal took you to the beginning, and you were able to backtrack all the way to the beginning, and you met Fern Needle, the mysterious illusionist. And you went into that room, and Fern was able to read what those things said.
But he didn't disclose it to everybody what they said. So
Correct.
he just ended up jumping on portal number 4, and thankfully everyone followed.
Yes.
Yeah. And
I think that's you go, Felix. You're good.
Well, credit Felix for taking the lead there. He's like, I think your comment was something about we can't keep losing party members, and you jumped in.
Yeah, I believe so. And I can't remember whether it was Fern or the mayor that traveled with us to like the first set of rooms. One of the rooms had like a vat in it, or 3 vats.
3 vats.
It was the mayor.
Okay. Yeah, and there was a corpse in one that was completely preserved. The other one was cracked and filled with a different liquid, and then there was just a skull in the 3rd liquid, I believe. We hoisted the corpse out of the first one. They were dead, and we pilfered the body. We found a key, a book that I can't remember what the book was. A silver dagger.
Yeah, it was a key. You found a silver dagger, a +1 silver dagger. You found an amulet, and you found a opal bead necklace.
Yes.
Yep.
And prior to that, there was an ante room that had some cloaks, cultist cloaks in it. We all decided to put them on, so we were walking around in cultist cloaks, which is great because when we jump through to follow Fern, we popped up in this place where there was like a little island attached to a bridge that went to a large group of cultists standing around in front of this giant door, and we were confronted by 2 ghosts. Don't remember exactly how we got out of that. I think we just walked past.
Just walked away from them.
You acted like you were supposed to be there.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we tried to blend into the crowd a little bit. Eventually, the door opened. We all got ushered in. People in the room, we were greeted by a priestess with a weird giant red eye as a third eye, not just like one of her eyes was red. And she asked everyone to sit down. A couple wheeled out the mayor, all tied up, and it was clear they were getting ready to sacrifice the mayor. I forget exactly what they said. And each of the cult members, as they were sitting down, placed a jar of like a black liquid in front of them. And our cleric friend here pulled out the jar with the weird teeth in it and set that down in front of him.
That's great.
Yeah, they didn't react. It was the great reveal. I expect them to, like drop their jaws and go, "What the heck?" But no, they just looked at me and looked away. It's like, okay.
I recall the priestess looked impressed, so you're pleasing somebody.
And then at this realization, what was going to happen, Felix yelled, "Save the mayor," and threw a torch and a flask at the priestess, managed to hit, set her on fire. She started melting, and then all hell broke loose.
Yes, it did.
The cult members started opening the jars and chugging liquid. A little bit after that, they fell kind of like back or out of their chairs and were like spasming on the ground. I forget what exactly was happening to the priestess at this point in time.
She made an attack.
She was like charging her eyeball.
Felix took her down fast. I mean, you did the oil and then you smacked her a good one, and then I think somebody else hit her once more, and that took her down the first time. But she had time to cast the paralysis ray. Who got paralyzed?
Felix got paralyzed. And then on the second turn, somehow the amulet that he had like pilfered and was wearing managed to help him come away from the paralysis. Then Fern steps up as MVP and casts suggestion on all the cult members to attack each other. They're like transformed into these weird bloated versions of themselves. We're slowly like picking them off, but then they start attacking each other. And the first one that goes down, we realize that when they die, they explode, causing damage to everyone in their like blast radius, so to speak. And I think we managed to down all of them without anyone dying. Oh, and of course our rogue near the beginning of all of this manages to backstab one of them, which was pretty excellent.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, we cut the mayor. Let's see. Somebody cut the mayor loose. Who cut the mayor loose? Basil cut the mayor loose.
Yeah.
But it wasn't for long until the priestess sort of charged her eyeball and started burning everyone up in the room. And all one of Gringle's hit points were gone, and then all three of Fern's hit points were gone, and all, I don't know how many points our cleric buddy had, but all his hit points went down.
Yep.
I had 6. She whipped out 7 damage. I went down.
Yeah.
Only the fighter with sufficient hit points managed to survive that encounter. Other than that, it was, I think, a TPK, right?
No, Basil lived through it. Barely.
He took mortal damage.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, during that fight, I think it was Mayor Gringle picked up one of the jars of the ooze and hit her with it. So that was on her too, as she was burning. And it came down to an initiative roll, and Felix won and killed her. It was during the search when she was just a blob that you found the book, The Crying Game.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's when you packed up all the stuff at the very end, and all this, it looked like a lordly manor, but it all vanished except for the large wooden table. And it was just a huge cavern with the doors. And and you got in the boat, and the river has like a flow to it, and you got in the boat, Basil dragging along, barely making it, and you take off. So we return to the cavern to Lexon's Cove near Lana Falls. At the very beginning, as Ox is sitting there at the docks with an assortment of the crew as they're taking, boats back, as Gilbert is bringing people back, taking crystals out of the Accursed temple. And at some point, a very ghostly figure that's all wrapped up in cloaks, holding some kind of vial or something. It looks like it's giving off steam. You realize it's Pujari, and he's being like lowered down literally by ropes. He's not even moving. They're just kind of like lowering down the falls. And he kind of enters, and him and Ox have a consult. You see Pujari put out 5 candles, and he sits down and he closes his eyes, and then you see all 5 of them light. And then at some point, some of them flicker, and then one flickers and then comes back on. They start to seem to go out. It goes out to like 1, and then a second candle like goes out and almost burns down and then comes back up again. And then there are 2 low candles burning, and Pujari just kind of opens his eyes and looks. And Ox says, our most recent venture into the Accursed temple with the mayor and Felix and Canner and Basil, I believe Fern joined them. There are 2 alive, though. 2 have only made it, as he points to the 2 candles that are still burning. Reaches into his pouch and he opens like a small little notepad, and he looks at it. He's like, our numbers are getting kind of high here. We probably need to find them and leave this place. I think we've gotten enough crystals to pay everyone and to sustain us, at least for a while. But I wouldn't know where to look. And Pujari reaches into his pocket and starts to pull out a card. And he pulls out the card and kind of looks at it. And the card sort of starts to shimmer. And then you see the image of 2 people. You see somebody looks like they're in a boat, and there's another person just kind of laying there, kind of not moving. And you see the person in the boat with a huge 10-foot pole, like pushing against rocks, like the side, like narrow walls, like pushing a boat. And Pujari just kind of looks at Ox, and Ox says, I wouldn't know where that is down here. And then through the crowd, you see a person. You've probably seen this person before, Pincher, with his huge eyes. He's got like pinkish skin. He's got blue splotches on his face. He's kind of like a chameleon. Mm-hmm. He is all bundled up too. And he's like, I know where that is. I know if they're on the river, we need to find a place where we need to catch them on the river, because if they follow the river, we'll never see them again. That will be further into the Underdark, and you'll never see them. Pincher steps forward. He says, it feels like I've fated this whole crew to return here since I left this place, and my rebellion had failed, and I became a prisoner, and then I was fortunate to be freed, and now here I am, and you've gone into the temple and suffered so much. I will volunteer to find them. I know a way through the Underdark. I can find my way, and I will find them and hopefully return them.
Sweet.
And then Ox says, okay, who's going to join him?
This sounds like just the job for a paladin as Cuthbert's. I, Karn Stone, shall go and help.
Okay, looks over at Karn. He's like, okay, who else do we have?
I'm all you need. I'm all that we need. Let's go.
A dramatic rescue. I must be there to document it and sing about it forever. Orion is the name, Bard extraordinaire.
Basil's gonna lean over to ethics. When did we get a bard?
I don't know, brother. Maybe he's here to document our victories.
Did one like wash ashore?
I think that's how bards work, actually.
I actually rolled dramatic as a personality on the character. So, I mean, it fit the bard too damn well.
Maybe I was too focused on training to not notice that we had somebody singing.
Maybe they're on the other boat, brother.
This could be great, brother. We'll have someone to document our gains.
Ooh.
Yeah, previously he was just providing the background music. That's all. Now he's finally on screen.
A tall, sinewy, very pale, almost looks sick, with like shoulder-length, greasy black hair man steps out with a cloak and a leather jerkin without sleeves, with a dagger and a short bow and some like accoutrement, including some rope and a grappling hook. Says, well, maybe we can at least pilfer something from their dead bodies worth money.
Probably.
Oh, where'd you get that cool sleeveless shirt from?
It had sleeves, but they got in the way of my mobility.
Ah.
I look at my one sleeve on my weak arm. I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea.
How come we never thought of that, brother?
He must do arm wrestling. It's like a classic arm wrestling move right there.
Maybe we can practice later, ethics.
Whoa. Yeah, well, it's good that you know because I didn't have time for lessons. So,
I guess I'll go. I think I tried killing ethics the last time I went. The details are kind of hazy. Did you offend me?
well,
Did you say something about my right arm?
well, I think you said something about my left arm. So you said I haven't got that many gains anymore.
Sounds about right. We just got to train harder.
Mhm.
Stay focused. We got the socks.
Well, that's good to hear. I'm going to leave you with this card. Pujari hands him the card. You can look on them at least 3 more times to see where they are. You can also look onto the ship to see where the ship is. Getting kind of nervous. We've been here a long time, and we may have to relocate for a little bit. I don't want the Empire to find out what we're doing because at some point they're supposed to come and they'll close this whole access to the Underdark up.
So who's supposed to be leading us to this point we're supposed to get the other characters then?
This scaly chameleon-like Pincher. He says, I know my way through the Underdark. I was born in the dark. I can find our way. I know where the river goes.
Looks like you've crawled around in it enough.
Yes.
Are you sure you're ready for this, Fincher? Do you feel like you're trained enough? Like, how many push-ups can you do without taking a breath?
I'm at least up to 2.
I think he's ready, brother.
I don't know.
He's ready to go.
It'll have to do. I'll be there critiquing your battle and your arm movement your arm wrestling technique as we go. So don't worry, I've got your back. And so does Zethix.
Well, I feel a lot more confident that you guys are going.
Have no concerns. I shall be able to handle anything that this accursed place can throw at us.
Ah, the brave paladin. Perfect for a tale. There must always be a brave paladin. Until they get killed. Until they get killed off, of course. But, you know.
So let's see. Clintok, Karn, and Orion. If you have a D22 roller, give me a D22 roll, or I can do it for you. Might have to search online. And while they're doing that,
D22?
Yep. Think about the equipment and stuff you have. Make sure that you've got like lights and food and water and stuff like that.
Karn doesn't
You
have any of
said
that
what?
stuff.
You
Of course
said
he doesn't.
22 through
Correct.
2?
Yep.
Okay, that's weird. 18.
18. Karn. 18.
Slash roll D. Karn got a 4.
Okay.
And Clintok with 7 there.
Yeah, Karn spent all his money on an oil flask, a tinder box that doubles as his holy symbol, 7 days of rations,
Okay.
plate mail, and a sword.
Okay.
That's all he's got.
The bard is overloaded almost. When I rolled the character, I rolled 5, 5, and 6 for money, so it's like I bought a huge number of cheap items just, you know, in case something came in useful. Because, I mean, previously, like, the caltrops came in useful, and the pole came in useful, and the sacks came in useful. And, oh, yeah, I guess you got my email. He's got this custom bandolier on his front, and it's got a few items in it, like his wooden flute and some flasks of oil and like a bag of caltrops. He's got this custom leather bandolier on him, carrying his shit.
So yeah, the D22
Well,
roll
perhaps
was for your cards. So Orion, the card you got was the moon. You see on it is like a ship that looks kind of like the ship that you were on, and it's you can tell it's at night, and obviously there is a moon in the corner that's kind of illuminating it. And there's you can see in the foreground an island, and it looks kind of very similar to, reminds you of the image when you arrived on the island and looked back at the ship. It kind of looks the same, like it's docked out there as you took a rowboat in. Karn, yours is the emperor. There is a man on a throne. On one side is like a sword, and the other side is some kind of staff. The throne has like 9 points on it, like flaring out behind it.
Oh, this must mean I shall accomplish 9 heroic acts a day.
And in a weird twist of fate, Clintok, you have the chariot. It looks like a picture of some kind of soldier who is riding in like a cart that's being pulled by something massive. It's you can't see it on the card. You can just see the back end of it. And it looks, you could swear this creature's almost got like 3 arms. Pincher grabs some clothing and some water, and he doesn't really need a torch because he can see. And there's a small makeshift raft that just looks like a bunch of probably pieces of a roof or whatever that have been like tied together with twine. And Gilbert kind of pushes you guys slowly out onto the water into the Underdark for probably an hour to this point. And this point is basically a bunch of caverns. And he said, and Et says that He didn't take everybody the same way to the temple, and this is the way that he took other people who, basically wouldn't help him or whatever. He just showed them, and it will take 3 days to get to the temple, but obviously Pincher says we're not headed to the temple, we're headed out into the Underdark to, intersect them when they're down this river. First thing we're going to do is we're going to roll for the weather. And I need somebody to roll a D12 roll. Now there is a chance it could be bad.
Gotcha. 3.
3. Okay. Good. That's not one of the bad ones. That's very good. It's about 54 degrees down here, so it's not too bad. It's obviously very moist, and there's kind of a mist. You can feel like the mist in the air. Pincher, it leads you out off this little raft and into, it's like 1 or 2 inches of water, into these dark caverns. They're probably like 12 or 18 feet wide, and they go smaller or wider, and they're points very narrow, and they jag and turn, and you can see how someone could easily get lost trying to make their way. And even though as you shine a light, and you can see that there are markings leading the way to the back end of where the Accursed temple is. As far as light sources, what do you guys have, or what are we using?
I have a torch.
Lantern.
Okay.
I feel like Ethics probably would have fashioned a lantern onto the boat. Like he's got that nail he would have just put into like the front of the boat and then just put the lantern over the top of it.
Yeah. Well, you're walking now.
Oh, we're walking now? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just pick up the lantern.
Could I have managed to found some tree branches someplace to try to fashion a couple of torches in case I need them later?
Oh, fine. I'll give him a torch.
Well, you don't want me carrying a torch, but I might need one if I get stuck by myself.
Yeah, I see the paladin struggling, and I drag a torch out of my pack and give him one.
Oh, many thanks. Cuthbert's praise and blessings be on you. Be on you.
Basil doesn't have any torches.
You've got some.
So he would have picked some stuff off the ship.
We've got
Had any
3 or
excess.
4. Yeah, we've got 3 or 4 people so far. That ought to be enough.
He says that it'll take about 6 hours probably to travel through these caverns, assuming you guys are just going to go at like a regular pace and just follow him.
Will there be any terrible foes to fight?
Pincher just looks at you with his big, wide, like bug eyes and says, I hope not.
Ah, well, in that case, let us make the time light. And I pull out my wooden flute and start a little marching song to help people move along,
I think I've heard this one before, brother.
Yeah, I think it might have been in one of our training montages.
This is a good.
You train to the maiden and the cow? Or excuse me, to the maiden and the bull?
I think I heard it while drinking at a tavern once. It's I don't remember the words though. I just remember the beat was pretty good.
Ah, that's the thing. It is intended as a cadence to help marching people stay in step and move along briskly.
All of you guys could roll D6. If you have anything that helps you search, I think probably the thief would be the only one, but I don't think he has anything in particular. So everybody roll a D6, looking for a 1.
Nope. 4.
The opposite of a 1.
4.
5.
3.
Pincher points out various campsites. You can see where people have been in here. They've had small fires. There's you could now you're picking up more like graffiti on the wall showing you different places to go, like pointing in various directions, and so it looks like somebody has marked off the days of one of them. You find some bones, old clothing that has been rotted. So it's definitely been people in these tunnels. Everybody can roll a d6 again.
5.
1.
3.
Okay, very good. 1. News to my ears. All right,
1.
give me a d12 roll, Paul.
All right. 3.
You guys are moving through the Underdark. So you are 1 hour in. The torches, if you have a torch, you're going to need to use another one because it's about to burn out.
All right. I will light another torch.
But you have the lantern, it's fine. And Pincher kind of stops for a second and he's like, there's something coming.
At that point, I will put out my torch and like back to the edge of the light.
Oh, Pincher, I think it's your first challenger.
I'll unlimber a sling and put a stone in it.
Karn steps out to the front, to the edge of the light, and says, "Halt! Announce yourself or be doomed."
Okay.
Brave for Robin. Oh, never mind.
Oh,
So
okay, maybe it's like your
standing.
challenger, Pincher.
So Karn, you see 2 of these guys. They look like giant mushrooms. They look humanoid, and they got like a big old mushroom head, and you can see like little tiny spore things like floating around them. And they look at you. They have like, they don't really have eyes. They just kind of have openings, and you can see like twinkles of almost like light, but it's more probably the light reflecting off like fungus or something in there. And they kind of blink a couple times, and they start to step closer to you very cautiously.
I beat my sword on my shield and make a loud noise, and I say, "Stand back and declare yourselves, or be cut in twain."
And then the one steps forward very cautiously. Do you have coin? Do you have the shiny? And the one behind
No,
it points over his shoulder at your shield and armor, and he's doing this, and he puts down his arm, and more spores fly in the air. He's like, "Do you have the shiny?"
Clintok.
I have no coin. Anything shiny I have shall stay my own.
I've got shiny things. What do you like about shiny things? What do you want? Do you even use coin?
Oh, yes. Yes. And he sees you talking. He's trying to move forward, but of course, Karn is kind of in his way.
Is this brother? Is this the doorman for the tournament? Do we have to give this guy our money?
This might be. He doesn't look like any protein I've ever seen before.
Well, I guess here goes. And I give him 375 gold pieces.
Whoa!
What? What?
I've been saving up, for the tournament. This is it.
Is this... So just hold on, brother. This could be one of those false tournaments.
Oh, really?
So, where does the gold go towards?
We like the shinies. And they get really close, and then you see the spores, and everybody can make save versus poison.
Oh boy.
Oh, we want to roll high. Okay.
Please tell me I've got a plus or something.
Save versus. Oh, I got a nice save
Oh.
versus poison. Yeah, I made it. I got an 11. My save is 10.
I also made it.
Okay.
It's just a straight roll, no modifier. Just double checking.
Yeah.
All right, I did not make it.
Okay.
Nope,
Probably-
failed.
Okay. If you fail, roll a d6.
Two.
3.
As Basil tries to stop you, Ethics, from handing this mushroom guy this sack of gold, he starts to freak out, and he attempts to run away.
Brother. Brother, but the tournament. I'll be right back though, man. I'm gonna convince my brother that we gotta go to the tournament.
Stay. Plain truth needs no gilded robes. Surely this is an attack by these evil creatures upon us, and we must slay them.
Orion, you cower and begin to babble something. It's probably acid jazz or something.
Acid. I love it.
You attacking this guy?
The death will swallow us all. They're coming out of the walls. They'll swallow us all.
Okay.
Karn will attack when he can.
Yeah, they're unawares. I will give you one attack, and we'll roll initiative after that.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see here. What kind of damage can Karn do? I got a 2.
Was that your to hit?
Maybe try to swat away the poison in the air, causes me to miss.
Okay. All right. So it's initiative time.
Now, my character's got a +1. Anybody?
Yeah, I've got the +2.
Yeah, I've got +1.
Okay.
All right. Oh boy, a big old
Oh
6.
wow. Yeah, you beat me. I only got a 5.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I've got a +1.
The one grabs the money and hands it to the other one, who begins to run. And then the other one just kind of just does this, like, shaking that like dandruff out of his hair, sending spores everywhere. And we get to do save versus poison again.
Ugh.
There's my big numbers.
Does that
11
include the
again.
people who failed the first time?
No.
I save.
Yeah,
I got 11 again and saved. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are all fine. You're up next.
I think Karn
well-
wanted to do his thing.
Yeah.
Who
So
wants
I'm
to do his
guessing
thing?
the people who failed can't really do anything. Is that the idea?
Tell me what you're going to do, and then I will adjust. Like, if you're going to attack, you would be at serious negatives.
No, I mean, given the situation, one of them at least is leaving. I'm just gonna whip out my spear and sort of make sure it's between me and it, and that's about it.
Okay.
Like, no, back away.
All right.
Karn is going to attack again. Can he try to attack the one that's running? Starting to run away, or is he going too far away?
Yes. Well, the issue would be seeing him, because you would have to run with the light. I mean, this guy's kind of obvious. I mean, you'd have a harder time hitting the guy that's running away.
Well, that's why I was wondering, is he so far away that I'm going to have to chase him? Or
Yeah,
is
you'd
he
have to
beginning-
chase him at this point. Yeah, you'd have to full out run after him.
So I'm going to try to cut the other guy down.
Okay.
Because paladins don't like to use ranged weapons anyway. And I got a 9.
Don't like to use any weapons. Okay, what do we let's see, Baz, I think
Basil's running away.
Basil's running. Ethics, are you chasing him?
Ethics, like he got his pouch snatched, and now he's having like a existential crisis. He's like, do I chase my brother or do I chase the doorman and find out where this tournament is? I think brother will be proud if I win the tournament and I chase after the guy who took my money.
All right.
Nice.
I imagine Basil's just running, like, so he doesn't have a torch.
Correct.
He was using other people's torches as the guiding light. So he's probably running headlong into the darkness. Unless there's some sort of effect I can do to change my mind, I think I would just continue running.
Okay.
Is it like a fear-based effect, or like I just like fear
Yeah.
and anxiety, where you just have to keep moving away?
Yeah, you're
manage against them.
Yeah, you're frightened.
I guess if I were frightened, like, how far away is the nearest one?
I mean, it was like right next to you and your brother. So you would have ran back where you came.
I guess I could try to throw a rock at it.
Okay. -4 to your attack.
Okay. So Percival rock.
Oh.
So this will be a -3. Yeah, that definitely did not hit.
Okay. So yeah, you hurl a rock. You see a rock come out of the darkness as Basil chucks it. And you can hear him running. You can hear his feet hit, like running through small puddles and stuff as he's continuing to run. That would leave Clintok.
Is the dude with the bag visible? Can I still see him, or is he completely in the dark now?
He is vanished into darkness.
Okay. Then I will knock an arrow and fire down on the other guy then.
Okay.
With the 16, does that hit?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody finally hit this dude.
6.
A big chunk of him. You shoot the arrow, and the arrow goes right through him, taking a big piece out of him, and skitters onto the ground. And he looks down, and some spores start coming out. I guess the next round, I roll a 4.
I go next. I have a +1. 5.
Nice.
Karn swings. Let's get this whiff out of the way. 9.
You go to stab him, and right in the place where the arrow took a big chunk out of him, and you go into nothing, and you're like,
Oh. I mean, I get a +1 to hit, so it was a 10.
oh,
But,
okay.
yeah.
All right.
Still.
Almost.
Basil's gonna keep running.
Okay. Basil is still running. Give me a D6 roll.
4.
Okay. You guys barely hear footsteps running back where you came.
At that point, I will yell out, using my best bardic voice, "No, no!" though we despair, we must despair together. You must come back. Come back, I say. And yeah, that's projected. So it's basically him shouting that.
All right.
Try and loose another arrow into the dude.
Please die.
Please die, dude. Yeah.
Does a 12 hit?
Yep.
Nice. For 3 damage.
Another big chunk. You hit him. Another big chunk of him comes out. And he's got two huge holes in him. And all these spores start coming out around him.
Ethics continues chasing the doorman or the mushroom.
You run and bump into him.
Okay. I bump into him and say, "Hey, you didn't tell me where the tournament was."
Ethics, give me a charisma roll.
Uh-oh. Maybe I did well. Let's have a look. Modifiers. Yeah, 15.
What's your charisma?
Oh, I went over. I went way over there. Yeah. Over. My bad. Yeah.
This guy is still up. He looks in really, really bad shape. He begins to run away. He starts to dart towards the way that Basil went. He just kind of freaks out and runs, leaving a big trail of spores. The other guy, he yells at you. Ethics is like, "No way!" And he takes a swing at you.
All right.
I don't know
Is
if
that
you
a
can
20?
see that.
Is that a freaking 20?
That is a natural 20.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wow.
I'm copping it.
It's D4 plus another D4.
Okay.
And I rolled a 4. So that's 8 damage.
All right.
Ooh.
Sweet.
And you give me a save versus poison.
A save. All right. We're safe again. I can do those all day. All right.
Gotta check my crit hits here.
Big
You're still
sponge.
up, right?
Yeah, I'm still up. I'm good for a bit.
Well, let me roll the percentage die and see if it even applies. 44. He just looked cool doing it.
Damn.
He just bitch slaps you and then hauls ass and runs away.
Oh. Maybe he was the champion.
I think that's everybody. We have. Oh, I rolled a 4. Round 3.
All right. I've got a +1. I'll roll this time. Nope. Sorry, guys. I rolled a 2 with my +1. That's a 3.
You're fired.
They have run off into the darkness. They are running. So.
Okay. Well, ethics continues chasing.
Can Karn hear what's going on with ethics?
Yeah, you probably would have heard that slap. It probably echoed through the cavern here.
He is going to do his best to catch up with ethics in the dark.
Okay. Yeah, you've got a light source. You run and you can see. You find him.
Oh, I don't have a light source.
Okay, yeah, you probably just run into him at some point.
Well, you find my light source. Yeah.
Do you have a light source?
Yeah, I've got the lantern.
Okay, yeah, you run. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I run to the lantern then,
Okay.
and I check on him quickly and say, "Where is the foul fiend? Did you finish it?"
I like looked at you stunned with like a big red mark on the side of my face. I'm like, I think he's over there. And then I just start running in that direction.
Well, then I follow.
Okay.
Let's get him.
So Basil and Ethics ran opposite directions, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
We have split the party.
Okay. Yeah, so much for never split the party. I will again sort of project down Basil's direction and say, Basil, no, come back. Because I figure with the Paladin and Ethics, they can probably, they can probably help each other survive.
All right.
Not running, but walking the direction that he went.
Okay. So Karn and Ethics, give me a D6 roll.
Comes
3.
2.
You have your light. You're headed in a direction. You're looking. You can't find him.
Damn. Well, I thought he was this way. I guess he's gone.
So, Clintok, you got left by everybody. Basil and the Bard took off one direction. Ethics and Karn took off the other direction. Are you going to sit in the middle, or are you going to follow one of the idiots?
I'm going to light a torch and run towards Ethics and say, well, money over party.
Yeah, maybe I'm in the wrong game. Maybe he was like the champion of slapping. I need to get good at that.
Well, let me tell you something. A man should be upright, not kept upright. And you are standing upright yourself right now. Come, let us find this fiend. Surely he can't have gone too far. We can't give up now.
I'm kind of dazed. If you go in a direction, I'll follow you, but I have no idea where I'm going.
Does Karn have any clue whatsoever which direction this thing might have gone?
Nope.
Further in, deeper in. Let's gather the rest of the party. Get your wits about you. Pain doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Pain doesn't hurt. Oh, good one. You're right. That's very Paladin-like.
So you're gonna all collect to get everybody together?
Yeah, and if
That's Karn's ideas.
Yeah, that's my intent, is to track down Basil and lead him back towards the others.
Okay.
Since I have a light.
Yeah, if
All right.
Basil's if Basil, I don't know how long it lasts, but when he'll keep running until the fear effect subsides.
All right.
All the way back to where they were dropped off, if necessary.
Yeah. So Pincher kind of comes out of the wall, like he you don't see him, and then all of a sudden you see him. He appears out of nowhere, and he says, "Oh man, what do you wish to do now? Do you wish to get your money?"
Do you know where he went, Pincher?
He went deep into these caverns. I think I could track him down if you desire to have your coin back.
Whoa, maybe he was leading us to the slap championship.
I'm familiar.
Would you abandon? We are on a rescue mission. Would you abandon them for coin?
Well, it's not for the coin. It's for like the prize and the belt and the prestige.
There is no prize here this day. There's no belt here this day. We must go and rescue our brethren. You have foolishly lost your gold, but you can gain more gold. We cannot gain more brethren.
Sadly, I'm agreeing with the paladin. I don't know why.
Well, out of character, it appears that yes, we can gain more brethren because I'm on number 4. So
Says the paladin who's doomed for death. If you look real close at the back of his helmet, at the back of his helm, there's this small inscription that says "Born to Die."
Hey, that's copyrighted. I nicknamed my first character that when he rolled a 4 dex and a 4 con.
I recall that. Yeah.
I am sorry. What is this copyright of which you speak?
We have overcome our fear. We must progress, and I will start on another jaunty marching tune.
And Pincher begins to lead the group again back the way you came through the caverns. So everybody give me another D6 roll. Let's see if we can get out of here.
4.
6.
5.
2.
So nothing else eventful happens here in the caverns. Let's see. Ethics, roll me a D10.
Right. D10. 3.
You find 3 of coins that possibly could be part of your loot in random places.
Cool. Well, I gotta start from somewhere, I guess. Pick up the 3 coins.
Oh, I would have, Basil went after the fear effect was shaken off. He would have tried to recover his personal rock that he threw.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, you'd be able to get that back, and the arrows would be okay because they were kind of saved by the matter there that they were shot into. If you wanted to recover them.
Clintok says to Ethics as he picks up the 3 coin. Be careful. Don't lose those again. They're precious.
Well, I seem to have lost my tournament winnings, but I did lose the tournament, so it's only fair. Starting from scratch again. Here we go. I'm like gonna start juggling the 3 coins in my hands.
Okay, so if you're burning torches, you have burned. This is 6 hours past, so you burned 6 torches. However you want to account for that. And if you have burned,
I was going to say I'm going to stop handing out torches if they burn that fast. How long does the lantern last?
1 flask lasts 4 hours.
How far in are we?
So this is 6 hours. So 1 flask is burned, and you are 2 hours into the next one.
Once it seems like we're traveling for a bit, I will start alternating so that like once every hour or so I'll light a torch.
Yeah, that's fine. But Pincher leads you through these caverns and finally leads you out into a large open cavernous space. And ahead of you, you can see like these large, like fungal plants in the distance, kind of like moving. And there's all kinds of stuff in the air, probably like 100 feet or 200 feet in the air. You can see the whatever fungus or lichen is kind of reflecting or it almost gives off some light. Not enough that, you don't need a light source, but a lot. It's definitely, it's not as dark as it once was. And this is a large open cavernous area. And Pincher says, we must continue to get to the river junction. Basil, Basil, ethics, are you good? Kind of looks at ethics. Are you okay?
Where are we?
We are in the Underdark. We're searching for your lost comrades.
Oh yeah, that's right. I just rubbed my face again.
Can't hurt that much.
Ethics, the foe gave you a mighty blow. Are you sure we should not count and allow you some respite?
Nah.
Because I presume 8 hit points is enough to see he's hurting.
Probably.
You haven't earned a rest yet.
That's right, brother.
Nonsense, Orion. These are stout companions that have come along with us. The law and the goodness and the light of Cuthbert shall keep them moving. Come, let's go. We need to find our friends.
Everybody make a d6 roll as we head out into this open cavern area.
3.
3,
3.
2, 1. 1. Ha! 1. 2. All right, both of you guys give me d12 rolls.
9.
And then
Who's
9.
giving the D12?
10. Oh boy. Okay. Brendan, go ahead and give me a d4 roll.
D4.
Yeah.
3.
3. And you rolled a 10, right?
10. Yeah.
I am back.
Very good. D4, please.
D4. It's a 1.
Okay. So 1 hour into this open cavern, there's all these weird fungus. They look like huge plants, but they're really fungus, and they're kind of moving around. And there's also one that kind of crawls across the ground and shoots these big puff balls out and just kind of float in the air. They're like the size of a softball. Pincher would have, as soon as you went in here, and that mist is sort of hitting you, as occasionally there's a breeze, but there's a mist in the air. Pincher would have told you to cover your mouths, use some kind of a cloak or something. Don't be breathing this stuff in.
Okay. Improvise one of my sacks into mask.
I'll cut off the bottom part of my cloak and wrap it around my face.
Okay.
Perhaps someone can help a brother out.
An unprepared.
You can have. Fine. The paladin can have another sack.
Most appreciated. Cuthbert may rain his blessings down upon you anytime today.
Okay.
And I use the sack.
So if you are using a lantern, you're 3 hours out of 4 into your next flask. A Pincher stops and tells you all to get down and turn the lights down. And he relays to you that there's a group of lizard folk. There's about 6 of them. They're headed this way.
And we should hide?
Yes, and maybe keep our voices low as well.
That sounds good.
Yeah. I don't think versing 6 people for your first fight is a very good idea, Pincher. So maybe we should hide.
Well, remember, I will tell the paladin, right now our sacred duty is to rescue our comrades. Continue.
If you make a fair point. I shall endeavor to keep my voice down. And he sits down with a clang of his plate mail.
Of course.
I'll attempt to stealth away from the group into like a flanking position,
Okay.
dagger drawn.
Yeah, there's a lot of like fungus and everything around here, so you can find. And these plants are huge. They're like 6-8 feet tall. So I'm going to give them a roll. Okay, so that is not good for the home team because 2 out of 6 they smell something, and as we can see, 4 out of 5 out of 6 of them. One guy apparently maybe he wasn't paying attention. They all of them stop except for one who's like looking at one of those puff balls. And they all kind of stop, and you can see that they're you can hear them sniffing. And they start talking to each other in some language you've never heard. Or maybe the Bessex brothers heard if they were in the caverns at mid-mountain fighting lizard folk at one time. I don't know if they were in one of those adventures or not, but they're speaking in some strange language.
Yeah, we've been on a lizard fighting expedition before.
Hearing them stop and kind of talking and with hushed voices, Basil's going to, he's hiding out behind a giant mushroom, kind of toying with a Percival rock, and like is gonna peek around the corner to try to line up a shot.
Okay.
And we'll throw if they start heading in his direction.
What's the rest of you guys doing? I know Clintok is probably sneaking around and ready to stab one of them in the back.
Yeah, I'm trying to circle behind them now.
Okay. All right.
Preparing to surge up and do battle.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to do.
Get out the sling and load it.
All right.
I'm getting ready to help Karn up off the ground.
You hear a noise. Like I said, it's kind of hard to see because Pincher told you to turn all the lights down. But you can see them their shadows kind of moving. And they seem like they all grab some kind of weapon. And let's roll initiative.
Basil,
3.
Basil's got a +1.
Who has a +2?
Who's got the +2?
And I'll steal the first roll. All right. 5.
You guys are up there. You hear them, and you can kind of see their shadows, sort of their image. They're grabbing. It looks almost like a club. They're pulling out.
A club, you say? Karn shouts out, "A crooked stick will become broken before it comes straight," and swings at one of them. With a 6.
You think there's one there. All right.
I'm going to attempt, if I can try and discern if there's one close enough to me, attempt to sneak up and try and backstab one of them.
Okay. Yeah, I think you'd be able to do that.
14. Oh, no, sorry. 18. Because of backstab.
Okay. So 18, I would say probably -2 just because of the light condition, but you still hit him.
Okay, cool.
I need different dice.
For 6 damage.
Right into the back of one. Unawares. Probably the one looking at the puff balls.
That'll teach him.
Yep. All right.
Okay. I'm going to unveil my light and move it forward enough so that my companions who don't have dark sight can actually see to swing their weapons, and then sort of step back a few feet. And you'll let me know if that's my full action. I'm going to set down the light and then step back a few feet. And it's, let me know if that's my full action. If it's not, I'll try to sling one of them.
You can, go for the sling. You can use the sling.
So now you guys have better light, and I do too, for that matter. 16.
That's a hit.
3 damage.
Okay, yeah. Poof, you hit one. Now you can see that these look like lizard men. They got the long snout with the teeth, blackened teeth. They're wearing some kind of like ratty, like leathers, and they got like almost looks like a billy club, but they're also carrying a sword. And they've got chains on them, like irons on them.
Oh, great. Slavers.
And as soon as you do that with the light, they're doing this. They're like, ah.
Nice.
Good
job.
Good.
The Bessex Brothers, I think, are up.
Basil's gonna jump out, kind of peek around the corner of this mushroom, and hurl a Percival rock at one of them who shielded his eyes from his light, and that is a 11.
That is a miss.
As it goes flying past him.
All right.
So Ethics stands up and he says, well, it's time to make my hands do some talking. And I put my brass knuckles on, but I put them on the opposite way. And then I like slowly walk up to this one guy. I spit in my hand and then try and slap him.
Okay.
All right, here comes my D20. Oh. All right, this is too good. 20, got the 20.
Natural 20. All right. What's
Natural
the damage?
20.
What's the damage on the D6?
It's D6. Yeah,
All right.
D6.
So it's
yeah.
6 plus whatever you roll.
5. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a champion. I'm gonna be a champion slapper.
Roll D100.
Okay. 100. So 59.
Just imagining like ethics and these creatures, like that slap game where you like slap people as hard in the face as you can. And
Yeah.
like, just keep going until someone taps out. Just trading blows.
About ready to tap out.
But the Bessex Brothers never tap out.
True.
Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah. One day.
All right. So tell me how he dies.
So yeah, I set myself up and wind myself up as far as I can and slap him, and his head just sort of like, you hear like a big loud crack as it like snaps his neck, and he just sort of like just lands onto the dirt or onto the ground, onto the rocks.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And it's
All
like,
right.
all right, one down.
Karn says, "You're a beauty. You're just a beauty."
Fincher motivated by your slap. 16,
Oh,
4
it's
damage
like-
with that's with his first hit. And his second one does not make it, but he does hit one of them for 4 damage as he tries to slap him just like you did with his claws. All right, so
good form, Pincher.
all right, so they turn around. So we got They are right now, they have a -2 to their attack because the light is bothering them. So the first one is going to be on Clintok as he takes his billy club and tries to hit you. Let's see, 14 to hit.
My AC is 13, so he's got a
Okay.
+2.
All right. That's right. It's a -2, so it's a 12. So he misses. You duck or dodge, dive out of the way. You've dodged a wrench. You can dodge a billy club. Let's see, who's next? One was hit with a rock with a sling, so he comes up to Orion. 16 to hit.
Oh fuck.
But
Not
it
good
is
words.
he is attempting to knock you out. He's not trying to kill you. So if that's enough to kill you, he has knocked you out.
Nope, got 6 hit points.
Okay,
So
so you're dazed. One on Pincher, he misses. And there's 2 left. One will go after. Well, one's going to go after Karn.
Oh, bring it, lizard boy.
That is a
What's that number?
5. He misses, and the other
Ooh.
one runs after Basil, and that's another 8, 6. Yeah, they're flailing around here. They're not doing very good. Initiative, and I rolled, if you can see it, A3.
I'll go this time with a 6.
You guys are up.
Yeah.
Basil's going to slip on his iron knuckles and fight back. We're the one that horribly.
All right.
That's a 11 or a 12.
12. No, it does not hit.
Karn has
Right.
new dice.
Okay.
well, I'm going to swap to a spear. That's my melee weapon, and see if I can stab the one who's in my face.
Okay.
13. Does that hit?
Nope. Their AC is 14.
Okay. Well, miss.
Karn goes after the one that attacked him, and son of a bitch rolls a 6.
Okay.
All right, so Ethics marches up to the next guy, and he like lines up his slap, and he says, "Man, this face is just screaming punch me, but here goes." And I go for a big slap.
Okay. Who you doing? Everybody's on
Uh,
somebody. So
Oh, is there someone on me? Well then,
no, there's nobody
Oh,
on
there
you.
isn't?
Correct.
oh, I think the closest one would probably be Garn's one. So I'll go over to Garn's and
Okay.
tap him on the shoulder and set him up.
right.
And we got a 16 to hit.
That's a hit.
All right. With a D6 incoming. I think I'm adding my strength, aren't I? So a 4.
Okay. Yeah. Club that guy. All right.
I will reverse the grip on my dagger and attempt to stab him in the gut with a 17
Yep.
for a total of 3.
He is bleeding out bad. He doesn't fall, but he's like got 2 holes in him now. Yeah, Pincher. We gotta give Pincher an attack. Wow, look at he's inspired.
Oh,
He's inspired by the brothers. He claws at that
paying
one.
off.
And but the second one, not as good.
Oh yeah.
All right, so we'll turn around. Here we go. The first one on Clintok, he looks, yeah, it's an 8 -2, so he all the energy he has to take a swing. Orion,
Careful with those swings, you'll bleed out.
Natural 1. So let's see how bad this is. 8. He only embarrasses himself. The one on Pincher, that's a miss. Let's see, he's got Karn or Ethics, but Ethics stood right in front of him. So that's a 14 to hit Ethics.
Oh, that's a miss. Thank gosh. Thank gosh.
And Basil, that's a 2. So they run through their turn. They just initiative. I rolled a 2.
I got a plus.
I think I'm the other one with the plus. So I rolled a 1 plus 1 is what does Simo mean? Do we get it or not?
You guys get initiative. Tie goes to you guys.
Okay. I'm going to try to stab the one in my face again. Roll a 15 this time. He takes 3 damage.
Okay. Yeah, he's hurting.
I will attempt to stab the one dude in the gut again.
Mm-hmm.
With another 17.
Okay, tell me how he dies. He's got 1 hit point.
Oh, okay. I continue to stab aggressively into his gut, and then I like twist it and then pull backwards, hoping to unleash some of his bowels.
Okay. The other ones probably smell that. They're probably getting hungry. All right.
I say, don't bleed on the coin.
The one that attacked Karn 2 rounds ago attacked Basil, I think, recently, right?
Ethics.
Ethics.
Ethics. Oh no, not Ethics! You can't fuck with my brother Ethics. And rolls finally a 17.
Yep.
Hey, best hit of the night.
Shit. I don't even know how much damage I do.
What are you using?
It's my first. Hell, I don't even remember. It's the first time I've hit anything. Out of how many attacks? It's a sword.
Straight up sword is a D8. Yep.
Yep, D8. So where's the D8? There we go. D8 gets 8 points.
Yeah, tell me how he dies.
Karn just comes around, gives this swing with his sword that just comes around and brings it from underneath, swipes up and just cuts it right down.
All right.
The body just goes. Cuthbert is upon you.
Seeing Ethics give up punching and going for slapping, Basil's gonna try to restore honor to their family. And that's a 20.
Whoa.
20 to hit.
Nice.
Natural.
Okay. So yeah, it's 6 damage plus whatever your roll is.
It's not a natural crit.
Not natural. Okay. Roll 6. Roll.
That's
roll
that's a 5.
Okay. Yeah, still good hit.
He like clocks him across the lizard across the jaw.
Okay, so there are 3 left. Oh wait, Pincher. Let's not forget Pincher. He does not hit with that. Oh, he's got second attack. Oh, but he does. And Pincher just is inspired by Ethics' slap, and he slaps this guy across the face, and his head spins around, and he just spews all sorts of matter and teeth and everything go flying, and he just crashes to the ground. And Pincher just kind of looks down at his claw like, wow, did I just do that?
The line starts here if you want to fight Pincher. Ethics hasn't gone yet, so I'm gonna.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
Yeah, all good. He's gonna march up to the one where Basil punched and give him the tap on the shoulder, followed by a big slap.
Yes.
We got a 16.
Yeah.
I think that's the number, right? Yeah. And then the D6, and we got 4.
Yeah, this guy's in bad shape. Let's see here. It might be a morale test for these guys as they're down to, there's 2 left. Apparently they never retreat. So they will continue to fight.
Hey, they're Bessex Brothers. They're kin.
Hey, family of yours?
I just gave them a roll to see if the 1 out of 12 chance they might. So there's 1 on Orion. He will roll a 14.
Miss.
He tries, yeah. Looking around, seeing all of his comrades dropping, and he's let's see, how many rounds have it been? 2, 3. Yeah, that's right. Still a -2, so that's a 1. They're still, you can still see they're dealing with the light. And it is the new round, and I rolled a 2.
I can roll. I got a +1. It's a 6.
Nice.
Same song, second verse. See if I can stab this guy. More, I mean. Since, if this is the same one I've hit with the sling, then I hit him twice already. No, that's a miss, damn it.
Brother, this is how it's done. Where's this open hand coming from? You gotta just reach across the jaw. It's a 10.
Oh. Yeah, brother, we'll see. And then I line up my my slap and see if we can get it. Oh, another 16. I'm
Yep.
all over this. And he
Tell me
comes
how
to
he
D6.
dies. Get 1 hit point left.
So I can imagine like Basil like doing like the big swing, and he like just full on dodges it, like just like does the whole dip, and then while he's like getting into position again, Ethics just like gets him from behind and just slaps him in the side of the head, and he just like collapses onto Basil and then just hits the ground. Get your brother's name out of your mouth.
Oh, shit.
There is 1 left that's fighting Orion.
I'm gonna drop my dagger and pull up an arrow and try to loose one on this
Okay.
with a 14. Does that hit?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. And remind me again, D6. 5.
You can tell me how he dies.
The arrow hits him in the back of the neck and just comes bursting forth through the front of his throat, and he collapses down to the ground.
They are all dead.
And Karn runs up to that one and stabs him a few more times and says, "Hey, you don't mess with my friend Orion. He gives me torches. He gives me masks. He's a good guy. You leave him alone."
Thank you, my loyal friend, and I'll pat him on the back. Okay. Besides the manacles, do these guys have anything?
They have 6 short swords and 6 like billy clubs, like which would be regular clubs. They got leather armor. Find 72 gold pieces on them amongst all of them.
Okay, so that's 12 each because Pincer definitely deserves his cut. And I'm gonna swipe a short sword since I can use one.
Make that 13 each, and because Karn divvies out 1 to each of everybody else in the party and only keeps 7. He's not after. He's not here after gold. He knows that he's got to keep some of the gold to tithe the church, but he's going to make his share smaller.
And 6 sets of manacles.
I'll grab one of the sets of manacles and I'll say, that's a decent day's worth of wages.
Yeah, those seem like something that could be useful. I'll grab one set. Can't grab everything.
Yeah, Karn will grab a set of manacles.
Basil will too. They could be useful for training.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
They could be useful to keep a. They could be useful to keep a prisoner quiet and in our grasp.
That too. They
somebody who only needs rehabilitation rather than the noose.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Well, they could get these hands.
Quite the technique you have there, Ethics.
Yeah, I learned it from that mushroom dude.
He's the teacher.
Yeah,
You
the
find
champion.
you find 10 rations. Looks like some kind of like dried meat chunks. And strangely, one of them had a torch on him.
Nice.
That is strange. They're scared of light.
I called torch.
Okay.
I'll quickly nab 2 of the rations without saying anything.
And Pincher says we should probably just take a quick rest here, and then before we move on.
Oh yeah.
I guess we can do that. They didn't hit me. I got lucky. Unfortunately, I couldn't hit them either.
Yes, but even the bravest and toughest soldier needs to have a little bit of rest every so often upon the march. We learned this in school. You'll excuse me now. I'll take a short nap. And he stretches out on the ground and pulls his helmet down to cover his face and snoozes for 10 minutes. Any soldier knows how to sleep anywhere at any time.
Pincher did well for his first fight. Good work, Pincher.
Yeah, how does the subdual damage work? Does it come back faster than normal hit points or not?
Yeah, you are back to your regular HP. We'll just say you've taken a rest.
Oh, do I go back to my full HP?
No, you didn't. You did not take subdual damage.
I'll take first watch.
This is kind of like a quick 10-minute break, unless you want to take like an hour break. It's up to you.
Oh, no, that's fine. If we're just taking a 10-minute break.
Yeah, it's like a quick 10-minute respite.
Gotcha.
Technically, it's supposed to take like a 10-minute break for every hour. So it's another 2 hours through this open cavern of these strange fungus and all kinds of stuff as you've gotten your newly acquired. What did you do with the rest of the stuff you didn't take? Anything in particular? Just stuffed it somewhere? Or...
Different stuff. I just would have just left it on their bodies, you know.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you have a lantern, you would, let's see, how many hours are we into this? We are 9 hours into this journey. So you are, if you've got a lantern, you've been burning the whole time, you are on your 3rd flask.
Yeah. Oh, and is it out yet, or is it?
This is the first hour of it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I've only got 3, so this will be me out after this one.
I thought buying 12 of those was overkill, but damn, it goes quickly.
Yeah, at this point, I'm not even burning torches anymore. I'm just standing at the edge of the light of the.
Yes, that's.
we only want to run one, I can happily
at
save mine. Yeah.
When Karn wakes up from his quick little cat nap, he looks at what's been done with the bodies and says, You'll never be good soldiers." And he looks around. Is there any way to cover or hide the dead?
Yeah, there's like if you move them around, there's plenty of there's some rock, but there's also you can kind of like stuff them in various growths of moss and stuff like that. You could probably cover them.
Is there any way he could like pile them up or stuff them into something and then like put some stones on top of them and give a quick blessing and say, Cuthbert, see over your souls and in your death the way that he couldn't see in the light in your life?
Okay. Yeah, you definitely can do that. What is your prime requisite? Is it charisma or for paladin? I don't remember.
I think I've got like 2 or 3.
Okay.
Let me see here. Paladin prime requisite is strength and wisdom.
Okay, let's go with wisdom then.
Okay.
Give me a wisdom.
What about
roll.
wisdom? My wisdom is a 13, and I got a 14.
Okay. Yeah, it's a sufficient prayer you have done. As you see Karn give a prayer over these fallen lizard folk man dudes, as he has buried them in moss and they're just kind of laying there.
Oh, honor even your enemies in death.
Right.
You guys are 2 hours into this cavern just goes on and on and on. And Pincher stops again and kind of ushers you around this huge, like 14-foot, mushroom type thing. He says, there are more dangers ahead. This fungus, this strange fungi, and he points. He says, "Do you remember those spores? Do you remember the thing that shot out the big poof balls?" He says, "That ahead is what they turn into."
Basil's gonna peek around, see if he could see it.
Yeah, it looks like some kind of warped. It looks like a mushroom. It looks like a warped mushroom, just kind of like moving forward. It has no arms or legs, and it's got like tendrils coming out of it. And you can see now there's like 3 of them, barely in the light. He says, "We best to avoid these."
Okay. Well, which direction then? He's the guide.
Is there like a secret passage?
No, there are no passages. We should just probably not fight them in our conditions.
They look like big punching bags. It might be good training.
Should we create a distraction?
Yes, that might be a very good idea.
I can hurl a rock in a different direction to see if they follow.
Seems like good.
Okay.
So Basil will pick up a rock and toss it away in a direction that leads them away from where we're heading. So if I'm in, we're in this so that they'd have to go and chase after it to investigate.
Okay. You chuck a rock. You just chucked a regular rock.
Yeah.
Okay. You hear it land. They don't move away from they're not really moving towards you. They're kind of spread. They're a little bit spread out, and they're just kind of moving back and forth with their, tendrils moving out.
I'll light a candle and then chuck it in the same direction that Basil threw a rock and see if that does anything.
Yeah, you see it lands on the ground and you can see it, a little bit of light over there. You see like one of the tendrils kind of move close to where it is and then moves back. And you realize that these things have like an incredible reach.
How tall is the ceiling?
Hundreds of feet.
Anyone have any bright ideas?
How far apart do they look?
They're probably 12 feet apart.
Are they preventing us from going forward? They're sort of in our path.
Yeah, they're kind of in your path. Pincher says that you can go around them. We could, he said we could probably go around them. They may pursue us, but we could easily outrun them. But we don't want to get too far off our path in our direction.
Do we, that thick black slime potion? Do we remember what that was? Like, I've got one from like a while ago. I can't remember what it does.
I don't think we
we ever identified it. Okay.
Identified it.
Where did you get it?
Where was it? It was back.
One of them.
We're with Kishari, and I think it was from the herbalist from back then.
Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Top of my head.
Gotta make notes.
Yeah, I got notes.
Yeah, I never identified it, so I just know it as a thick black slime potion.
Okay. I think we should just maybe try to work around these guys.
Yeah, that might be for the best. Is to walk around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like the path that we're on, that Pincher's leading us, does it look like a defined path, or are we just like following?
It doesn't look like a defined path.
Okay. If we go off, Basil turned to Pincher. If we go off the path, will you be able to get us back onto it?
Oh yes, I know that we are pressed for time.
Well, being dead and losing the tournament is gonna lose more time than going around.
This is sound judgment, and these are not normal foes. It's not someone that we can fight with honor, but a natural type of thing to avoid. Let's go. If we were going to go, we're best done quickly.
Okay. So he leads you like way around them, past some more of these, past some like rocks and different fungus or whatever. And he looks as you guys get a decent distance away, he looks back, he says, they are following, but it will be a while before they ever catch us.
Good.
Are they actually following or not?
Yes, they are following, but they move very slowly.
Okay.
We best hurry.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, it's like that that
Means
snail.
we're going to be a foe on the way back, but oh well.
All right. So you guys have traveled, the total of the day ends. You guys have traveled like for 12 hours, which roughly a mile an hour considering. So it's like 12 miles. And you guys are right on the precipice, basically of like an open area. You don't see a whole lot of these plants or anything. There's not as many spores in the air. It looks more like open, barren ground. And Pincher says, we shall make camp, be ready to go in when you are rested.
Okay.
Does anyone have a shovel?
Actually, I think I do.
That's
I
right.
have
You
a
said you want a
sword.
bunch of shit.
Oh no, I don't have a shovel. I have a spade. Sorry.
Well, do you or our paladin friend here want to dig a trench behind us in case those funguses come towards us?
I'd be happy to dig, but will it matter? Like,
Good.
it
Like,
seems like they could just walk. I don't see why wouldn't be able to walk through a trench.
or they're like their tentacles
Yeah.
could like reach
They were
us.
pretty big, right?
Yeah, they were pretty big. I mean, it is definitely a thought because, who knows how well they would maneuver over something like that. Be something at least give you some time.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's the deal. Well, I can do sort of better, if you will. So I've got, I bought a lot of cheap stuff. So I've got stakes and twine and marbles. And so what I'm going to do is like set up some stakes and tie some twine across it and perch a couple of marbles on top so that anything that walks across and hits the twine is going to drop the marbles down and make a clatter so that, we don't get surprised by anything. And anybody who wants, if somebody wants to borrow my spade and dig, that's fine too. But, I'm just trying to set up. I'll sort of, at one point, look at Clintok and said, you can always critique my work. If it's not up to your standards, I'll be happy to loan you some of my tools, since he seems to be a roguish sort.
Karn will borrow the spade. He'll dig out a shallow little sleeping area and put his bedroll on top of him.
Nice.
Okay.
I just say back to Orion, manual labor is beneath me. And I walk away.
So you want to play the fool in any story I tell. The only revenge a bard can have,
Fools don't have pockets full of coins.
Okay. So yeah, that's the idea, is position it so that something that disturbs the twine will drop some marbles on a rock and make enough of a clatter that hopefully we'll get some warning.
Okay, that sounds good. Are you going to set up a watch?
Ethics needs his
we gotta have a.
full hours.
Basil,
Yeah,
We need the we need a watch.
yeah.
I'll take first watch.
Karn will take any watch anybody wants him to take. Wake me up when you're ready. I only need a few hours of sleep. He sleeps in his armor anyway. I think you get a minus for that.
Well, I'll tell Clintok to wake me up whenever he's finished, and I'll take the next one. And if that doesn't finish the night, I'll, kick the paladin.
Basil,
Politely wake up the paladin.
He's used to being kicked awake, just like boot camp. Like boot camp.
What's the hit point recovery for night's rest? 1D, what is it?
Oh,
I'm honestly not sure. Yeah.
The D4?
D3 maybe?
D3 sounds, yeah. I think that sounds right.
And
the D3.
Okay, it's a D3.
Yep.
It is a D3.
Okay. Okay.
So D6, 1 and 2 is 1, 3 and 4 is 2, 5 and 6 is 3.
I just used a D3 thing on my computer.
Okay.
Technology.
Karn got 2 points back, but he hasn't lost any.
Got my 3.
Let's hope there's no disturbances. You might, if you get that 3 or not. All right, Clint, let's see. Clintok, give me a D6 roll. Let's see what happens in the out here.
6.
Okay, 2 hours pass, nothing. It's eerily quiet. You gonna get the bard up now?
Yeah. I'll wake the bard up and say, "Hey, it's time to get up."
Sure. All right.
Okay. D6 roll.
5.
2 hours pass for you. Still quiet, nothing.
All right. I'll sort of nudge the paladin's foot. I suspect, I don't want to be Mr. Stabby there. I don't want to be too near the weapon arm if he wakes up badly.
All right.
He comes awake quickly, attentively, and safely.
Give me a D6 roll.
All right. I can't read it. 2.
It goes peacefully. It's again very quiet out here. It's strange. And one more.
Basil,
2.
take a watch.
Okay. So yeah, Basil. Red D6.
A 5.
Yeah. So the 8 hours have passed. If you, whatever you rolled, get your HP back. There's no change in, there would be a change in the weather. So if someone wants to roll that D12, and please don't roll those 3 numbers, that would be bad, because then.
Oh, you don't want me to roll it then?
Okay, well, I'll roll it then.
Well,
You rolled a 12, it's already done.
Uh-oh.
Done.
You rolled a 12. Okay, so after these 8 hours, you wake up and you're almost blasted by like hot air, like coming out of an oven. It starts to roll in a little bit, Basil, and then it just starts hitting you. It is oppressive. It is just like nasty hot air. Everybody gets to make a con roll.
Oh.
Under a con?
Roll
Yep.
under your con.
My con is a, oh, Jesus, 10. Come on, little numbers.
Come on.
12. Of course I get a 12.
Yeah, I
Failed.
Okay. Well, you're also sleeping in armor.
made it.
Okay, so if you failed, you have a -1 to everything.
Okay.
+1 when it needs to be a lower number. But yeah, the heat, it came out of nowhere and it just blows across this open area. It's just oppressively hot. Pincher does not seem affected by it.
I'm going to recover my alarm trap, pull up the stakes, wind up the twine, take the marbles back.
Mhm. Okay. All right. So torches, lanterns, everything, decide how you're going to do that. As you head north in this open area in this heat. Someone give me a D4 roll.
4.
So if you're using a lantern that you've used your whole flight, it's like 4 hours into this journey. There's nothing out here. But then, like in the distance, you see these little like blue lights. And you see what looks to be tents. It's the first time you've seen any kind of light out here. It's about 100 yards away. Pincher says is, I think that's more of them lizard creatures.
Well, I don't want to end up a slave. Can we go around?
We should be able to make our way around them. I mean, if it may, yes, we can do that.
But will it take too long?
Yeah, what were you thinking there, Pincher?
Well,
Do you know
think,
these lizards?
No, they are not supposed to be here. They are from below.
Right.
What do you mean below? Isn't this place like below already?
I think your people call it the deep. That's where they're from. There's a place below this place. Very few ever make it down there.
What's in the deep?
It's total darkness, and there's supposed to be some creature with large tentacles that controls thoughts in your brain.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds like a champion.
I have heard the rumors of these types of things, but only rumors.
Brother, I
Right.
think tentacles are like really long arms. Maybe he's a champion arm wrestler.
You know, he probably is.
Yeah. You're gonna have to introduce us one day, Pincher.
Oh,
But you two were slappers now. All those
Oh.
tentacles,
Oh,
they can-
yeah.
all the tentacles they can slap many, many times.
Slapping's only
But
for like
wait a minute.
here.
How would you judge the elbow on the table roll if it were a tentacle?
Whoa. I never thought about that.
He must be the champion slapper.
We might have to manacle it down or something. That's why we got these manacles.
Yeah, that makes sense. I knew we were bringing them for a reason.
Yeah.
It just wasn't the reason that we were expecting at the time. In a way, that's kind of like how life is.
Life
Okay,
is
if we end up tentacle wrestling in a lizard, just please let me live long enough to see the brothers go first.
So the Pincher says, "What? I will lead you around it then, if we do not wish to engage them."
I mean, how many tents are we talking about here?
You can see so the torch. So it's a blue light, and it looks like it's standing in the air. So it's probably on some kind of pole. But it's like the first time you've ever seen any kind of light in here. It's like some kind of blue flame, and there is like a pretty decent tent. You just see one. There's some figures that are moving in and out of the tent.
Okay. So one large tent, probably several lizard men. Okay.
So as Pincher begins to lead you around, and he occasionally stops by like small rocks or whatever just to take cover, and leads you around. He stops, and then he says ethics. He points over, and as you're making your way around this whole area, you see something in that blue light, and it looks like one of those mushroom guys. And he's standing there, and then you see these two other dudes who are lizard men, and one has a spear, and they're kind of jabbing at him, and he drops what looks to be a sack, and it hits the ground, and a bunch of coins, something goes everywhere, and it shines off the blue light. He's like, "Is that your prize money?"
I think it is.
It looks like my tournament money.
At this realization, if like I'm within earshot, I will draw my bow.
I think it's time to get to work, guys. Put the brass knuckles on.
Did you say you wanted to reclaim your gold? Your poorly lost gold? You're willing to sacrifice our lost brethren in here in the Underdark
Well,
to get
I
back
guess
the gold that you lost stupidly?
it wasn't stupid. It was I just got ripped off.
You thought they were having an arm wrestling contest in the
Yeah,
Underdark.
Then I realized it was a slapping contest, and I wasn't prepared. If only I knew it beforehand, I would have been practicing my slaps. I'm pretty practiced now, so.
Basil just shakes his head. Brother, I don't know where you went wrong today.
You've already written this gold off.
Yeah, I guess you're right. And I look at my 7 coins or whatever, 10 coins in my pocket. I'm like, oh, all right. I let it go.
16. You found 3, and the previous encounter gave us 13.
Yeah, I've got it written down. Yeah, I got 16. Yeah.
Yeah, gold is not worth dying for. I tell you what, you give this up now, and I'll give you half of my share of the gold for the rest of this adventure.
All right. I think that's fair trade.
Fair. Ha. And then I sigh.
I've got a new brother.
Friend Paladin, I will write you up as a true man of honor as I sing our stories.
So,
well, there's something to be said about that. There is something to be said about that. Fancy words, like fancy clothes, are often there to distract you from what's underneath.
Our paladin friend doesn't understand the value of wealth.
Wealth is meaningless. Your word is everything.
Wealth is you trade wealth for championships. That's what we know. Isn't that right, brother?
Yeah,
I am already a champion of Cuthbert. You can join me on the path and be a champion of Cuthbert yourself. There's no need for gold or adoration from others. Only the light of Cuthbert. That is all that you should be trying to achieve in this life.
Is Cuthbert a good arm wrestler?
If Cuthbert decided to wrestle with arms, he would be the greatest.
Man.
That didn't sound like a resounding yes, so I think I'll have to pass, but I will keep it in mind.
You do that.
Well, I
the
guess
path
maybe
of virtue may be arduous, but it always runs straight.
Is Cuthbert a god of slapping? Because if so, ethics, you might have found your new calling.
Cuthbert is the god of common sense.
I don't think he slaps then.
No. He uses a club. Because with a club, even a square peg can be pushed into a round hole.
That sounds like a concussion.
You call it concussion. Cuthbert calls it learning.
Enough with the platitudes. Shall we continue if we're not going to gather any more coin?
Oh, that's good.
So as you're watching, having this discussion, and Pincher's watching, he kind of like, hit probably ethics. He probably hits because he's right there. And you see vaguely, like, coming out of the light, a group, it looks like slaves, like they're moving. They're all different heights and sizes, and you can see them shuffling. And one of the creatures kind of comes out of the tent and starts to like ladle out some water to them or whatever, very poorly. And then kind of, it almost looks like they come out of the ground behind them. Some creature with like a beak, and you can see it looks like a lizard man is riding on it, and he kind of like comes out of the ground and comes walking around. He's making kind of like different motions or whatever, pointing to him, and he walks over, and you see this creature. It's got a beak, and it goes down at the mushroom guy and goes whoosh, 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 and starts to eat it. Like 3 bites, it's gone. It just chomps it down, and he's just making he's all sorts of gestures and whatever, and you can faintly hear him yell something, and he starts to walk. It's got like 2 legs and looks like an ostrich, and it goes down. It looks like it just slinks out of view.
So I have like a couple of questions. So one, if the champion of slapping gets eaten, does that make the ostrich the next champion of slapping? I'm not sure how that works. And 2, where is that card? Just in that card which has maybe we get a couple more such just in case they're in there. Any gestures to the slave camp?
Oh, I hope not.
Who's holding it?
Wait, so it sounds.
It can't be a champion of slapping if it uses its beak if it kills with its beak, right?
So it sounds like it's keeping slaves there.
Pincher goes, he kind of gets excited because he points. He says, "I know that one," and he kind of points, and you can see the outline of a creature kind of dripped all in blue, and it looks a lot like Pincher. He's got the big bug eyes and his long gangly arms. He's like, "I know that one. I know that one. That's Eyeball."
Well, was he a friend of the cause, or?
He was a friend of mine when the revolt failed. Yes. Yeah, he is. This is horrible.
And is he like in the camp, or is he the one traveling to the
No,
camp?
he looks like he is a slave. He is in this group of slaves that have irons on them.
Friend ethics. This is no longer about your gold. This is about honor and slaves. And maybe you can get your gold.
Okay, fine. I see the way this group is living.
And Orion, isn't this isn't this glory and prestige and a really cool story if we break out a bunch of slaves and collect my money?
And Pete, you're a bastard. You know this. Okay. Well, we know that we can destroy their night vision. So what I'm going to suggest to kick this off is to use some of my oil as Molotovs and burn that damn tent, and that will cause panic and destroy some of their night vision. So,
and a look of glee across Karn's face when you say that. I will set up I don't know, can we get close enough to do a hand toss, or should we try to let the guy with the bow do it?
Yeah, I think you got a sneaky guy with you, so
All right. I can sneak up there and try and set it on fire.
Okay.
Okay. All right. There are 6 slaves.
Okay.
And you currently
Okay.
see 3 lizard men.
Got it.
I will give you have 2 flasks of oil that are set up to be Molotovs. They've got wicks in them, and all you have to do is light and throw.
Okay. Thank you, Bard.
Young Bard has proven to be a gracious companion. I did not think I was going to like him with all his fancy words.
I think what you got? Move silent, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, move silent, probably your best bet. I bet.
Okay. What is that as far as a roll goes?
It's a percentage roll. It's, I believe, you got to get 20 or below.
All right. 39.
So you're moving silently up there. I'm going to give them a roll. So they don't seem to notice.
Nice.
They don't, not like the other ones stopped and were sniffing. They don't pick up anything. They're just kind of, what there's the gold is just laying on the ground, and one is like ladling some water to these guys, and the other 2 are just kind of sitting there, guarding the position or whatever.
Yeah.
So you can give me an attack roll if you want to kick this off.
Yep.
All right.
13.
Yeah, to hit a 10th, I think that's good enough.
Good point.
Are you -1?
I am -1.
Okay, 12 works too. It's big enough. It's a 10.
Yeah.
So yeah, you hit it, and it engulfs in flame. Everybody can act if they wish, and then we'll roll initiative because you have surprised them.
Rush in and chop one down.
It's time for a warm-up round.
If he can, Karn will try to rush in and cut one down. If he
Okay.
can move that far.
Yeah, they didn't sense anything. I'll let you guys all get an attack. I'm assuming you kind of were moving forward. You let him, and you're rushing in. We'll roll with that.
Right on.
Rushing in. And I got 19.
Nice.
Nice.
That's a hit.
Hey, new dice were much better. Let's see. Wait, for 2 points of damage, and I think I get +1 with my strike. 3 points.
Okay. Don't forget your -1 to your rolls, and which one are you attacking?
Okay, so
one that's still a hit. There's 2 that are kind of on guard, and 1 that has a ladle.
one of the ones that are on guard, I wouldn't want to attack somebody who wasn't ready.
Okay. All right. So Karn goes after him, right?
Basil's gonna attempt to throw a Percival rock.
Okay.
And he misses.
Oh.
Okay. You do have a hustle point, but you may need it at some other point. So.
Yeah, it's not that time yet.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna try to sling stone. Probably the paladin hit one of them, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna try to sling that one. 18 should hit.
Yep.
4 points of damage.
Yeah, he's getting. Yeah, stone goes flying by you, Karn, and whacks him. Who's next?
Ethics. He'd like to join the front line, but he was very interested in where that giant ostrich thing went. Where did it go? Is it like in the camp?
It looked like it disappeared out of sight.
Oh, okay. All right. Well then, yeah, I guess he'll just join the front, and he'd go up and try to slap one of the guards.
Okay, the guard or the guy with the ladle?
The guards, yeah.
Okay.
And he misses. Oh, need to switch the slapping to punching again.
Okay.
It's like, damn, this sucks. I hate slapping.
Pincher goes after the guy with the ladle. 12. No, he misses both times.
All right. I'll attempt to shoot one of the one that everybody else has hit. 15, does that hit?
Yep.
All right.
Focus fire.
For 4.
Yeah, you tell me how he dies. He is. Beat the hell out of him.
Strikes what must be his heart, wherever that's located, piercing in through his chest and just like falls flat down to the ground, immediately toppling over onto one of the slaves.
Get the attack on Pincher out of the way. 12. They are a -2, so that is a miss. He tries to attack him with a ladle and misses. The one guard sees the fire, sees his buddy just get attacked and dropped. Who is there? Let's see. We got Pincher is there, and Karn is there. I think those are the only 2 frontline people.
Oh, Ethics was there too.
Ethics. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's roll 1. So he goes after Pincher.
No.
And misses.
Leave Pincher alone.
And he runs and screams something in a strange language as he takes his sword, swings at Pincher and misses. And it's initiative time. And I got a 4.
Take first one.
Yeah, this is the first initiative. You guys got like a sneak attack.
Yep, I got 6.
Okay, you're up.
Clintok is in the mix of it. Yeah, you go first.
Yeah. I'll loose another arrow. This time at ladle guy. 16.
Yeah.
Okay. For 3.
Okay. I'm gonna, sling at the ladle guy. Try to take him down as fast as possible. Damn. Hot at the moment. 17 for 4.
Okay. Yeah, he just hit with an arrow, then smack it with a rock, and all right.
This like motley crew of projectiles.
Karn isn't going to go after an unarmed opponent. He'll go after the guard.
Okay.
And he's going to go after him. I got a -1 to all rolls, or just to hit, or
-1 to, I mean, like your damage is still your damage, but it's a -1 to hit. Yeah.
-1 to hit. Okay. So I got a 15 -1, 14.
Yep. You need a 14.
Okay. 3 points of damage.
Okay. Boom.
Basil's gonna run forward in an attempt to bring his brother and Pincher back on the path of righteousness and let a closed fist punch him. That's let's see, it's -1, so that's 16.
Okay. Who are you going after?
The guy with the ladle.
Yep. Okay. You hit him. Roll damage.
Cuthbert guides you.
That's a 6.
Tell me how he dies.
Nice.
So after the Percival Rock didn't work, Basil runs forward, arm cocked and ready to go. He jumps right past Ethics and clocks the ladle lizard across the face, and it crumples to the ground. And he turns to Ethics and says, with his fist up, like, so that's how you do it, brother.
Brother, I think I've been so confused lately. I thought slapping was the way, brother, but obviously isn't.
We should have never engaged in the slapping contest. Now let's win the right way.
There it is. I'm still a little out of sync. I keep on thinking about slapping.
And you hear this from behind you. Oh, for cutthroat!
Ooh. And that'll be Basil's.
And then
Okay.
Ethics turns his brass knuckles around the right way and lines up a punch on the guard. Is the guard still alive?
Yeah, there's only one guard left that I believe Karn went to and attacked.
Yes.
And I go in for a swing, and I got a 14.
Are you -1?
No, I'm not.
Okay, yeah, you hit him.
All right. Here comes my D6, and I got a 4.
Yep, he's hurting as well, man. You beating the hell out of these guys.
That's the way, brother. See,
I
good
think
things happen when you punch people the right way.
I think he might need another chin check, though, brother.
You do it for Karn. You do it for Cuthbert.
Ensure fails as he tries to attack the other guard that you're attacking. This guy is up, and let's see. There's not a lot of people to attack. There's only now there's Basil. Roll a d4. We got a 3, so he's going after Ethics.
All right.
That is a 10 since he's a -2. Would have been 6 damage, but he is so badly beaten. At that point, you hear this guttural roar coming from what you realize now as you look, and you can see the tent is burning and creating this huge light. There's a pit probably 20 feet from you, and there's this guttural like moan, like just almost like shakes the ground, and you see out of like the tippy top of something coming out, moving, and you can hear the footsteps like
I think the champion approaches, brother. The champion of the Underdark.
Initiative. And I rolled a 4.
I can go next. Also a 4.
Okay, you're up.
Yeah. Tired of the good guys.
I will attempt to snipe the guard,
Okay.
not with a 2.
Okay. Choof, an arrow strafes off into the Underdark. All right.
I'll do the same with the sling. Damn. 18, 2 damage.
So he gets hit and drops his weapon. He rocks back and he's like, looks dazed.
I put him at 1 hit point.
Yep, you did.
Damn.
Is there can we see anything that's going along with this giant crashing sounds that are happening?
You see like the top of, it looks like a head. That's all you see at this point right now. It doesn't look like it has any hair on it.
It's not something that we can attack yet.
I would, if you wanted to, I could let you. You could A, run over to. It's what, 20? What did I say? 20 feet away. You could run over to the hole and look.
That seems to be the greatest danger to the group, and so Karn runs right at it.
Ooh, nice.
The Roy Jenkins.
You sprint right to, clang, 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 right to this pit. And now looking down at this pit, you can see blue lights everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And to the side, you can see that bird ostrich thing running, like coming. It's some distance away, but it's hauling ass. And then directly in front of you is this enormous creature. It's probably 18 feet tall.
Okay.
And as you run over there, it instantly turns and looks at you. It has no eyes. It just kind of like a snout. It has 3 arms, and it raises its arm. It's got one huge arm on one side and one other arm that's a little bit smaller, and then a much smaller arm that almost drags to the ground.
Whoa.
If you want to attack it, you can.
Let the plaza be my temple. Let the scaffold be my altar. Let the rabble be my choir. Let the burning be my servant. Death to you, foul creature. Oh shit, I dropped my D20.
Oh, so epic.
19.
That's a hit.
4 points of damage. Cuthbert, I'm at you.
All right, you've attacked. All right, what is who's next?
Ethics hasn't gone. So there is one guard still alive, yeah?
Barely alive.
Barely alive, okay. And who else has still got their turn this turn? Because
Pincher does.
Pincher does? Okay. I trust Pincher to take on the lizard. I say to Basil, I say, I think it's time for some performance enhancing drugs. And I pull out my thick black slime potion. I say, you want a bit?
I'm not sure what that does, brother.
Me neither. I open the cork.
I would highly recommend to not drink this.
Cowards can't block warriors.
I give it a sniff.
Okay.
So please tell me this isn't like the black slime things we took off the cultist.
So
Okay.
I wouldn't even know.
Yeah, I mean, where did you get it from?
I got it from the herbalist when we were in the potion place. Yeah, the apothecary or whatever.
Since I don't recall what that was, we'll randomly roll to see what the hell it is, because it's changed by this point. We'll say that the compounds have changed over time.
That's fair.
Brendan, please tell me your character is chaotic, because you're sure as hell playing that way.
I think all my characters play like this.
Yeah, yes, all his characters are chaotic. Yeah. Okay, give me a D100 roll.
All right, here it comes. 74.
You feel motivated. I mean, you feel good. You feel very good.
All right,
You feel ripped.
nice. I feel just like I had some pre-workout, brother.
Yep, you have a +2 to your armor class and a +2 to all saves.
I imagine like ethics is like extra veiny right now.
Yeah.
He's popping.
Oh yeah.
Down the potion. Is everybody gone except for Pincher?
That's right.
I guess Pincher will try to get this last guard. He rolls a 1. He's too distracted by the and his brother. His 94 is not good.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Pincher, you're making me look shit up. Come on.
He slaps himself in the face.
Slap in the face. Slap in the face.
Yeah, you laugh. That's exactly what he did. What did I roll? 94?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good job. You hit yourself. Yeah, you hit yourself. I don't know how that was possible. You succeeded. So Pincher does max damage to himself. He's just in a flux.
Oh, God.
He's like, ah. And then he reaches out and tries to hit the guard and fails. And he's like, maybe it's just seeing his buddy eyeball. It's just thrown him completely off. So the one guard who is barely alive looks, he's being attacked. He sees that Pincher has injured himself. He looks drops his weapon and runs away. He is just hauling ass. You notice he looks and sees whatever this thing is coming out of the mine and just runs. This creature just kind of steps up and sees the little metal appetizer in front of it. So a 6, that would be a miss. He tries to grab at you with that long arm he's got, like comes off the ground. He tries to grab you, Karn, and misses. And just gets, you can see it, its facial expression. It has no eyes, but you can see it like gets tense. He looks irritated.
Whoa! Karn, Cuthbert protects me.
And he rears back and swings again with his other arm. And as you see, I'm rolling awesome. There's a 3. And he just swings at you and like catches a bunch of dirt because there's a mound of dirt right outside this. And he's getting angrier. And then he breaks that big arm up with this huge fist.
Oh, God.
18.
Oh,
That just hits.
6 damage.
Oh,
Nice.
that's a lot.
ouch.
Are you still up?
Yeah.
You can hear the crunching of metal, like he hits his shield and the shield bends. He just goes wham. And you hear
I got 1 hit point left.
Use it wisely.
Oh no.
we have initiative roll. I rolled 5.
Oof. Good luck to whoever that is.
Is there a? I can roll.
All right, I'll roll. Unless somebody has better than a +1.
I think we're all on ones.
Ah, 6.
You're up.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, I want to kill somebody. I keep being the assist, not the kill. That damn guard is going down.
All right.
Hopefully. 18, 3
Yep.
damage.
He's dead. Yeah. You shoot a rock and he almost reaches the darkness where you can't see him anymore. And you hear a boom and he crumbles to the ground.
So what is this thing? I didn't catch what exactly this. I caught its appendages. Is
Yeah.
it like what kind of creature is it?
It's like a giant or something.
Yeah, it's kind of like a giant. Let me do
But no
let me
eyes.
do a poor sketch here.
Hell yeah.
Mutant something. 3 arms. No eyes, no face.
3-eyed, 1 horn, flying purple people eater.
Oh, wait a minute. Everybody else got to describe the death. Can I describe the death?
Yeah.
of the
My
guard?
bad. Go for it.
Okay. So the rock catches him on the back of the head. He pitches forward, face first, and slams his head into the ground, and the momentum of his body just snaps his neck.
All right.
Nice.
So it looks something like this. That's what he looks like.
Okay.
Ugh.
Gross.
Ugly.
That is a lot of abs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty
Oh.
evil looking thing. He's
How
18
tall
foot
is,
tall.
you know?
How tall is it?
It's about 20 feet tall.
Oh
Okay.
shit.
So too tall to grapple. Damn.
Damn. Ugly.
Hey brother, do you need a lift? I could throw you right now. I could throw you so far.
I could use a lift.
All right. And I just get ready to give you a huge launch.
So yeah, I'll have ethics help throw me up like a cheerleader or a lineout in rugby, and I'll try to like jump on top and like kind of grab, like get around the neck of this creature. Or like, if I can't get that high, then I'll just see where things land
Just hold on to one of his abs.
All right, ethics.
Almost failed.
Okay, have you guys done this before? Have you like thrown your brother somewhere?
No, I think I'm just like in pre-workout rage, you know. So
Give me an attack roll.
all right. D20. Let's go. 19. Huge.
Yeah, that's a wherever you want to be. I will let you decide where you with this incredible burst of strength, wherever Basil wants to land, he can.
So I was thinking that Basil would like reach up and then basically like hug its neck,
Mm-hmm.
and like work his way around behind it so that he's like sitting on his shoulders,
Mm-hmm.
and then just start punching him.
Beautiful.
Okay. Yeah, that'll probably be your action, like getting on top of him and maneuvering around.
That's fair.
You have managed to do that. Okay. Who's next?
I'm going to try and launch an arrow at this thing
Okay.
with the 17. Does that hit?
Yep.
Or 4?
Can ethics do something, or was that throw his thing? I think I'm cool with that. Like I'm fine with the throw being my thing. I'll do something.
Yeah,
next
probably
turn.
would, because
Yeah.
that's kind of a
Yeah. It's like
Okay.
assisted grapple. Yeah, I get that.
Okay.
Yeah.
The combo.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Karn has to make an attack.
Yeah, Karn. You gonna take that?
Karn is not going to take that. He goes down to a knee. He rises back up and says, Cuthbert, guide me. And rolls. So he's rolled a 19. That's an 18 and 4 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah, it's a hit. Cut into it. Yeah. All right. Is that everybody? No,
Cut
Pincher.
into it.
Oh, pincher. Yeah.
Pincher starts to work on the manacles to get his friend out, and anyone else he can get out. I will roll a d6 to see how well he does. 3. So he manages to release 3 of these prisoners.
Nice.
All right, the creature. Let's see. We've got Basil's on its back, and Karn is in front of him. So it's got that long arm. He tries to take that long arm and grab you.
Grab who?
21. I think he's able to grab
Oh,
Basil.
shit.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Womp womp.
So he grabs you and just goes "Boop," and tosses you in the air. Give me a D12 roll.
Alrighty.
So he tosses you on the other side of the pit. You take 3 damage. You did not go down below. You went on the other side. So you can like land in a big bunch of rocks.
Ugh. That was a rocky landing.
And you hear him grunt and groan, and he looks at Karn and rolled a 6.
Karn gives him the finger.
And then he gets angry and raises his fist for that mighty 3. And he hits the ground and the rocks and shit shoot up in the air. And he just screams as he has missed you. And you see behind him that ostrich thing come beep-bopping up. And it comes up, flies past him, and is looking around. And you see a lizard man on top of it. And we will roll initiative. And I rolled a 6.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
shit.
I can roll. I rolled a 7.
Nice.
That was good.
We
You
needed
guys
that.
are up.
I'm going to light and pitch the last oil flask at the ostrich thing.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
16.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Nice. Remind me, it's a D8 for
Yep.
landfall.
Yeah, it is.
Expensive ammo, but damn, it does a lot of damage.
7.
Oof. Yeah, so you hit that ostrich and catch whatever I'm calling it ostrich, whatever it is, begins to burn and it screams out.
I'll follow up and with another oil flask. You know, the next character I create, I'm gonna buy 20 of these damn things. They're so damn useful.
Roll max.
I mean, really.
Flasks.
There's a reason every character of mine is a pyromaniac with at least 2 of those.
Does a 14 hit?
Who are you going for?
The ostrich.
Yeah, that hits.
Nice.
7 damage.
Yeah. Yeah, you hit it too, and it's like you can see the lizard man on it like bucking and trying to keep this thing. It's burning. Who's next?
Karn
Yes.
or ethics?
Ethics is looking at the bird, but then he looks at at Karn and he says, "You want to get up there too?" Like looking at either of them really, like at the bird or at the giant.
From one of
Oh,
bird
no,
that's on
I'm
fire.
not gonna let this pass. I yell out at ethics. Look at his arms. He is the champion.
I guess it's time to arm
Karn?
wrestle.
Karn says, Cuthbert always prevails.
So which one do you want to jump on?
The champion.
All right, I launch you into the sky.
All right, give me an attack roll.
So, 16. You're a little heavier.
16. You manage. Yeah, you throw him, and Karn just grabs and barely grabs on. He's on top of him.
All right. So now that Karn's on him, he's got to attack him, right?
So you are on. If you could use your action and like maneuver around him so he can't get to you, or I will just let you attack him.
Oh, I can maneuver to try to keep away from him? Yeah. Yeah. That's what I do this round.
All right. So you see Karn scrambling up, same position that Basil did. All right, who's next?
That's it.
Basil.
Oh, Basil. Yeah, sorry.
Basil's gonna. So how far? He was hurled across the pit. Would I be able to move back around the pit?
Yeah.
To this creature.
I would say if you want, you could. I would say if you wanted to, you could run and jump and try to jump back on top of him, because he's not fully out of the pit, so he's not at 20 feet. Or you could run back around and try to attack him.
So like he's in a pit.
Yeah, he's coming out. He's not fully out of the.
Oh, I see.
He's not fully out yet.
I would just run around and I would try to, after getting thrown off like that, I would go for a low blow.
Okay, yeah. That's a good call.
Do unto others as they would do unto you.
And that is let's see, we have a -1. So that's an 11.
That is not a hit.
Yeah.
A lot tougher than you expected.
Wearing a cup, It's his protective gear as a miner,
he takes precautions. That'll be my turn.
Okay. Let's see. Pincher. He releases the rest of the slaves.
Good.
Let's see. So the guard who dropped his weapon. You see now you can see it looks like some sort of dwarf, but his face, and he's got a beard. He's really dark. You can just see like the whites of his eyes. He grabs that sword and runs over and tries to hack at this huge creature. And I'm rolling threes. And he misses. Who else in this group is going to take that opportunity? There's no other weapons.
There's a ladle.
Yeah, I mean,
Give him the wooden spoon.
the ladle
Yeah,
will be a
they're
D2
one.
damage. You see what looks like a human man run over, and he tries to strike him with the ladle and miss. All right, so we've got Basil in front of me, got the paladin.
Hidden.
Yeah, true.
Ethics would be there too. He'd be.
Ethics.
He's right in front, just launching people at the giant.
I'm going to give a morale test to the bird because the bird's on fire. I don't think the bird appreciates that.
Bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word.
Okay.
That bird's on fire.
Some finger looking good incoming.
Some LFC, some lantern fried chicken.
Oh,
So I'm gonna roll. If I roll 9 or
That's
higher,
There's
It
another
won't-
good one. Oh, sorry. There was another good quip for that, but it's only Australian. It's like there's a shop called Red Rooster, and I was like, looks a little like Red Rooster in here. But yeah, sorry.
that's all right. So it's a 10. So the lizard folk man dude manages to use all of his might to keep this thing from fleeing, and even when it's being burned, to keep it into the fight. Well, it's got a prime target. It's got it will go after. It goes after the guy with the ladle and reaches down and just goes whoosh, whoosh.
Clearly the most
The
Biggest
perilous
threat.
fear system was all, yeah.
Yeah, and just the beak goes right into him and just wham, and a big chunk of him comes out and just kind of collapses to the ground. The creature takes his long arm and he tries to reach and grab the paladin. What's your armor class?
18.
18. So even, yeah, he can feel the tips of his fingers. He just can't get a hold of you.
No, no, no.
He's got the brothers, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
I gotta keep making my, okay. So he's got the brothers. He's got Basil, Ethics, and he's got your new buddy, the Dorgar. 2. That would be Basil. So he sees Basil, and he takes his fist and tries to whack him. 21. I think that's a hit.
Yep.
2 damage. Then he he's just got a little 3-armed giant brain. He's going to go after your new I rolled a 5, new Durgar buddy who just got freed. He was a slave. He just got freed. He just wants to get in the fight. Yeah. And his big fist comes down and goes wham.
Oh.
And you can hear like bones and stuff cracking, and he just kind of
He died a free man. He died a free dwarf.
and you hear a voice say, "I'm not dead yet."
He died a free dwarf.
So yeah, but he looks hurt. I think that's everybody. We roll initiative, and I rolled a 3.
I think it might be the paladin now.
Yeah.
All right. I got +1 to this. 6.
You guys are up. Make it count.
Karn will maneuver into a position. Where is he on this thing?
So you're on its. You're like right on its back. Its huge like base head is right there. You get a +4 to hit because you're on the damn thing.
Okay. All right. So I got my hit and my damage here.
Cut it down.
And he gets 20 and 5 points.
Is it a regular
Nat
20? Is it a
20?
natural 20?
It is a nat 20. Can you see
Okay.
that?
Nice. No, I can't see it, but that's okay. That's so
It's a-
cool.
So what's your what's your weapon?
A sword.
What is that, a D8?
It is.
D8.
And you rolled a 5.
Yes.
Okay. As you can see, as I will show.
Oh no, that's a 6. I'm sorry.
Oh man, well I won't.
I misread that. That's a 6. That's
Wah,
a 6 that I
wah.
rolled.
Uh-oh. He hangs on.
So you rolled a 6-sider for your damage?
Yeah, I rolled a D8. I rolled 6 points. I thought it was a 5. It's actually a 6 points of damage.
Oh, so more damage.
So you rolled a
I'm
nat 20.
sorry. I rolled a nat 20.
So it's
and I thought
automatic.
it was a 5.
So it's
Yeah, it's an
automatically
automatic
8,
hit.
right? Because it does D8 damage.
Uh-huh.
And you
Oh,
roll-
okay.
And you rolled a 6, so you add that 6, so that's 14,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And that
Okay.
Correct.
We're
That's all
tracking.
we
We're
needed.
tracking.
Yeah.
It had 13 hit points.
14, it had 13.
dead.
Oh!
Now, I will explain to you. You are on back of a huge giant creature. Explain to me how it dies. Okay.
Okay. So
And how you died.
It is
climbed up
it is in your hands, so don't.
I've climbed up behind this thing, and I've taken my sword into this like double, fisted grip, and just slammed it into the back of its neck, at the base of its brain. I'm thinking as it begins to whiplash around, I try to like use my sword to throw myself away from the flailing body into the rocks that Basil was at earlier, sacrificing my sword in the process.
Okay. As it rocks and goes and wham, hits the ground, and you can just see it roll, just go, and the whole ground just shakes. It's rolling back down into the mine.
Motherfucker duck.
Wow. Okay. There is only the burning ostrich thing with the lizard man on top.
I'm going to attempt to shoot the burning bird thing.
Okay.
Not with a 5.
Okay. Yeah. Fires, streaks off. Yep.
I'll try the same thing. Yeah, not with a 9.
Ethics says, I'm sorry, brother, but I need to be the slapping champion. And I turn my brass knuckles around the wrong way. And while this like bird is like flailing around, he's like sort of like lining up, waiting for it to like drop its head enough so that he can try and slap it.
Okay.
And I got a 15.
Yeah, that's a hit.
I'll take it. And that's 5 points of damage.
Yeah, it's hurting.
So I thump it and then it starts spinning the other way while it's flailing around.
Okay. It's staggering. It's on fire. Is that everybody's attack? I think.
Basil spells it.
Yeah.
Basil just to go, brother. How many times do I have to tell you? That's a 20.
A nat 20?
No, not a nat.
That's
20.
still a hit. though.
It's so good.
And that's 3 damage.
Ugh. It is. Yeah, you rock this thing. It is it's like that. The lizard man's just like holding on to the reins of this thing because he's about to fall off. It's burning. Some of the fire is starting to go out. It looks in bad shape, but it does have I've got my
Pincher.
oh yeah,
Pincher.
you're right, Pincher.
Last round, he released the last of
Yeah.
the slaves.
Yeah.
Does he slap or does he punch? This is the real question.
Hmm.
He pinches. His name is Pincher.
Pincher, happy to see that everyone has helped him try to free his friend. He rolled a 2. But he does have 2 attacks.
Oh,
Yes.
Nice.
So, of course, you're not supposed to have NPCs kill things, but it did
yeah,
have
go pinch.
2 hit points left, and he did kill it. I will let you guys describe how Pincher kills it. It's still pretty much on fire, so please be careful how you describe this.
I mean,
Okay.
I imagine there's got to be multiple accounts, right? Because like ethics might say that he came in for the slap, and Basil might disagree that he saw him close his fist.
No,
right
it was a punch. No, it was a slap.
No. It was a pinch. He clipped the tendon. He clipped the tendon, and the thing toppled like a tower.
I was still gathering my footing. I didn't see exactly what happened. But Cuthbert has blessed this pincher creature assuredly to deal the killing blow.
Well, I and in celebration I raise Pincher's arm and say, "The slap champion."
Pincher doesn't know what to think. He just kind of looks around as this bird is smoking and burning. The lizard man has fallen off. He looks around. He looks different than your typical lizard folk man dude. He doesn't wear leather armor. He's got some kind of cloak on, and you can see it's been burned. And he's got some kind of amulet or something he's wearing. And he raises his arms and he starts shouting in some strange language. And you can see like these runes appear in the air as he's just reciting something.
Kill it. Karn can't do anything else. All he can say is kill it.
I will roll initiative. I rolled a 1. You can't do that, but now you can.
Are we back at the top of the initiative?
Have we done that many?
I think
I
so.
think we are, yeah. All right.
I don't think I've rolled for this one.
Okay.
I don't.
Oh, you haven't? Okay.
I can't
Cool.
remember having rolled for this one.
Go for it.
I roll a 5. I got
Okay,
+1 anyway.
you guys are up. This is what you see. You also feel the ground rumbling.
Is it like rumbling as in like there are footsteps, or is it rumbling like to the beat of drums?
As rumbling as in there's probably more than one of these 3 armed things.
Oh fuck!
Man,
Karn jump across the chasm.
Can in play? No, you're not jumping across that thing.
Does he see any way to get across there?
Yeah, you just run around.
enemy in front of
he
me.
starts
Try to.
running around.
All right. Enemy in front of me. Try to hit the caster with a sling bullet.
All right.
The 14 hit.
Yeah, it does.
3.
He still seems like focused on whatever the hell he's trying to do.
I will do the same. I'll loose an arrow at the mage with a 16
Yep, that's a hit.
for 6.
Oof. He stutters, you hit him, and he gets hit. He kind of stutters, and some of the runes start to just kind of fade out of existence as he is definitely bloodied. He's in bad shape.
Is he floating? Like,
No, he's not floating. He's just looks like he's casting something, and you can see like runes or something appearing around him where he's moving his arms, but some of them are fading away. And
Okay.
Hit him.
Basil's gonna go up and attempt to grapple him. And with the intent to clasp his hands, which are above, and fit them into the manacles that were purposefully given for just such a thing.
okay, give me an attack roll.
Maybe not purposely given, but
Not to mention landed attacks. Landed
That
attacks
is-
should interrupt the spell.
that's a 13.
That just misses. So you're trying to grab his, and you got the manacles, and he's just kind of. You're definitely distracting him because now you're in his face.
Come here. Your hands are too slippery.
I'm here, baby.
So Ethics hands one of his Percival rocks to Pincher, and he says, I think it's time to defend your title.
All right, I'll roll for Pincher. 18.
Yeah.
What's the rock do? Is it 1d4 or 1d6?
yeah. 1d4 plus 1, yeah.
Okay, can you see that? What that number is?
So 4? 3, yeah.
3. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. Here's the like NPCs killing everything. 3. That's how many hit points he has.
Yeah.
A rock comes whizzing by you, Basil.
Go Pincher.
He's been training for this moment.
All his entire life. Or maybe for like a couple hours that we've been making him do push-ups.
Yeah. So that dude just drops, and the blood starts to, whatever blood or whatever fluid starts to come out of his snout and his eyes. And you still hear that rumbling noise. The ground shaking. It sounds probably maybe like 2 or 3 of these things are trying to make their way out of the mine.
How long is it going to take Karn to make his way around to get back to his friends?
It's 1 turn. Yeah, you're there.
Okay. Lost my sword, but Cat Smart will look out for me.
I think it might be time to get your friends and get out of here.
Pincher's like,
Time to go.
yeah, we need to leave.
Clintok will make a beeline to the gold that's spilled out on the ground and try to gather as much as possible.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, 2 things.
Karn looks around for a
The short sword that I took off the lizard men earlier, I hand it to Karn,
All right.
so he has a weapon. Okay, and I'm going to sacrifice yet another of my damn oil vials to make the path up slick, so that hopefully these things are slowed down. So that when they hit the top, they'll have to, maybe they'll slip and fall on each other and fall down.
Okay. Very good.
You guys owe me 7 oil so far. I mean, not that they haven't been put to good effect, but damn, if I get to a shop, it's going to be, why is this guy buying 50 oil,
Perhaps you should buy by the barrel. Karn is just like, Ford, I didn't like you when I first met you, but damn, I think you're going to be my best friend.
All right. Short sword's 1d6, by the way.
It's better than no sword.
Yeah. Well, yes. But other than that, yeah, I'm always Pincher on the GTFO front.
Yeah, Karn's not going to argue. Karn will not argue. with 1 hit point and lost his sword, and now a short sword in his hand. He's like, yeah, you know, that's the best part of Valor is getting the fuck out of here. Oh, did I say fuck? I said F. I said F. Comfort, forgive me.
So as you guys run as fast as you can from the camp and with the slaves, is anybody else going to grab this gold besides because Clintok?
I'll help. I'll help.
Okay, yeah.
All right, Clintok.
I mean, I use my action to oil the path, so I'm not in.
I think maybe ethics would probably help up maybe the Duragar or something and just run them out.
Okay, so whoever's collecting gold, give me percentage rolls.
Yep.
Karn knows that that's what he wanted to begin with, and he stayed to help the slaves, so he's going to try to help him pick up the gold.
Okay.
92.
Damn.
Wow.
84.
Yeah, you
84.
managed to collect everything on the ground and probably some additional gold as well.
Yes.
As you guys grab all that stuff and running, and you're with these, with the freed slaves who, one is looks like Pincher, as they can see in the dark, and they lead you away as fast as you can with the camp, the tent, just a bunch of embers now. And you can just hear the roars of like 2 or 3 of these huge giant creatures far, far in the distance. And we can stop right there.
Nice.
Nice.
Very cool.
Dude, nice action.
I thought you were a goner there. I thought you were going to be crushed.
Yeah, the big fist hit hard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dude, all those misses I had leading up to the net.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, fuck yes. I needed that so bad.
Yeah, that's what you needed. You needed a
It was a
big
build
hit.
up. Yeah.
Okay, and I will check on
And
experience.
every other time I burned all my hustle points, but I didn't this time. So
That's right. Oh yeah, who has got hustle points left? Did anybody
Yeah,
use
I
one?
do. I don't think anyone did.
Karn has
Yeah.
one left. Nobody used one.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Nobody used one.
Okay.
nobody used one. Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I appreciate it, guys, as always.
Yep. Thanks for
Thanks.
thanks for
That's
running.
super cool. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for running a great game.
All right, appreciate it.
Yeah. A lot of fun.
All right.
Take it easy, guys.
Okay, take care.
Good one.
Bye.
Nope, 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 nope.